What if I told you that it looks like for this tournament that Adventurer ABC was the best deck in the room? Be like the 33.8% of you guys have not smashed the leave crap button, subscribe button, smash it so we can get to 101,000, baby. We're over the halfway mark there, actually. So MBT sent me over the January 22nd Chaliceslime monthly, actually, and they were playing on the February 2022 bands. So before you're like, oh my god, these... Doesn't matter. This was a 128-man tournament composed of people online. People don't really know what's going on right now. We do have the PPG coming out of this weekend, too, so you have two events you can kind of look at and get in on the based floor. Am I going to say that both of these events are super meta? Probably going to have better results looking at the PPG, but the thing I like to look at with these Chaliceslime tournaments is you can get your foot in the door here, especially in a bigger tournament setting with this, and you can kind of go, oh, okay. So we had two adventure Prankids. Oh, by the way, we're going to cover 1 through 8 on this video, and then later on this afternoon we're going to cover 9 through 16, so you can kind of get the entire top cut here. So, two adventure Prankids, not surprised by that at all. Honestly, a lot of people projected that deck to be very good. We had one Mech Knight, or two Mech Knight list. That's kind of interesting. 2 Tri-Brigade. See, deck's not dead. It just had to evolve a little bit. We had only one Adventurer Phantom Knights. Now, this is kind of interesting. I don't know if it's just more Rogue participated in this event that kind of punched it down, but that's actually kind of interesting. We had one Adventurer Kitchen Synchro deck. Okay, can't wait to look at that one. We had one Adventurer ABC, which ended up winning the whole damn thing. All right. We had Adventurer Dragoonity. Now, that just sounds like a massive pile of cards. All right, we had one Virtual World Sword Soul. Okay, we had one Sky Striker, one Hero, one Fluffle, one Cyber Dragon, and one Mutant. So a lot of Rogue here, but just a little shout out here to 6 Adventurer decks. Wow, it's almost like we knew that Adventurer would twist the format in an interesting way. Alright, I know it's a very quick breakdown here, but let's go take a look at those winning deck lists, shall we? Alright, the first deck list we have here is the Awkward Ones Adventure Prankids list. I'm not gonna lie to you, this is probably the better looking version on paper than the other one that I saw out of this tournament. I believe the other one was like 50-some cards in top cut, and I was like, what in the world? So this is pretty straightforward here. I see that we're using the talents to generate draw power. Alright, we have the one instant fusion in here so we can sack our opponent. The Brave Engine just fits in here very, very nicely. We have the 2 copies Pandemonium for fusion. And I have noticed a lot of these decks kind of feel like they've shifted more towards, you know, the inclusion of, say, only 2 field spell. You kind of lose immediate value after this. And then, of course, we have Cosmics for main deck Disruption. Additional ones, and then if something happens to get sacked out of our control here, we have Mystic Mind to kind of bring it on home here and do our job. I also see here that we have evenly matched. Outside of that, that is pretty straightforward, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think it gets much more basic than really this pile of cards. Alright, next up here in Top Cup, this was Mech Knight. This was Gil's list. So I see that we are doing standard Mech Knight shenanigans here. And I see we have the One World Armor in here. And of course, one actually interesting thing that kind of has started to come up is the whole Sire Reflector package, right? You have triple stupid E-Telly now, right? You may as well take advantage of being able to, you know, E-Telly out this stupid guy here and then take advantage of like a synchro package here, ladies and gentlemen, because it's all just free resources. I mean, yeah, you have to splash in what, like a couple of dead cards in your deck, but like, does that really matter? I mean, it's not like you can't link up with these and do some other stupid stuff, right? Right? It seems free to me. Outside of that, the reasoning in here is actually kind of spicy. You have a whole wide range of things here. I guess this just does put a free body on the field for you. And I mean, hey man, why not? An extra free body that you can combo off with seems absolutely absurd to me in the long run. Okay, so that is Gil's list. Next up here is Mutants. This is, we don't even have the new guy in here. This was pre-Battles of Chaos. Okay, wow, Mutants made it all the way to top 8 here. And as I said, you don't even need the new stuff. Alright, so, oh, we're Destroy Phoenix Enforcer deck. Okay, we have TC Booze in here. I'm not surprised to see this deck do well. Whether or not you decide to play the new guy in here is not too bad. You know, a lot of decks can't handle the big dump on Synthesis. Like, this card's actually pretty good. Alright, I can, yeah, Shifter's a hell of a card, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like in every game that this deck probably did good, Shifter was probably involved in some capacity. I'm not saying that, you know, this deck is carried by Shifter. Outside of that, traps just kind of feel like they were very predominant here, and I think a lot of players might not have known how to handle mutant combo. Let's just blame it on being ignorant, shall we? Next up here is this Hero? Okay, so this was Aki's Hero list. So now we have double of the good card, and we have, of course, double Fusion Destiny. I see that we're playing the Super Polys in here, so we can board break. This is where the good stuff is. We have Dick Force down here in the side deck. So since we have 2D Force, we can set up Plasma shenanigans, laugh at the opponent. I mean, you don't really get punished playing Plasma in this. This is just an additional option that you have access to here. I'll see that we have the pointers in here in case, you know, our opponent's got those fantastic Nibiru's, and we know that those Nibiru's are going to come down and ruin our day. Other interesting thing here is this is one of the first hero lists in a long time that I see that are playing the adjusted gold package here. A lot of players, I think, have definitely kind of strayed away from this, though it is more affordable and more budget now. So that is definitely one thing to keep in mind when you're looking at this. Okay, I dig it. It's definitely a different approach to heroes. I mean, you can't really get much different. Next up here is top 4. Wow, can we really call this a Cyber Dragon deck, ladies and gentlemen? This is go second, board breaker the living crap out of my opponent. All right, so what am I supposed to say about this? All right, so Cyber Dragons, we're all going to contact out of everything in the EDM. We board break our opponent through Fusion Destiny. We set up 2 monsters, make the Verti Anaconda machine. I see we're playing double frickin' Verti Anaconda down here. All right, and then the rest of our 16 trap board here is meant to slow down and get the game in our favor. This is actually kind of interesting. I see that we're not playing like a Necro Banshee. I hear we're just playing 3 zombie worlds to hard drive them. I see we're all playing the Huge Revolution noise over in case our opponent does set up that unfair card. And of course, I mean, hey man, why not? Our deck actually gets Scythe or access to Scythe, because why wouldn't we want to have access to one of the dumbest locks in modern era Yu-Gi-Oh history here? This is actually kind of interesting. This is very innovative. All right. Now this is that Prankid. This is 3rd/4th place here. MFA's Magma. What am I supposed to say about this one? Okay, so we have the basic Prankid package here. I think looking at this on paper, my first impression of this is we wanted to extend things out here and we wanted to do some cuter things with Small World, which is okay. I mean, you get access to, you know, Godarla plays, so you have access to things like Drolls in here. We even explore things like exploring here more with the Ghost Mourner. So I feel like with an extension package with this, just playing the 54 cards, or 55, you know, you can extend out play droplets and things like this. You can still get away with the same things in the 40 card variant. I just feel like this build wanted a lot more protection and to cover a lot more bases. Alright, because by adding in the additional cards here, I mean, you just need really 1 engine card to go with Prankids, and as long as you see that, you're good to go. Second place out of this tournament was more Mech Knights. Holy crap, this deck made it all the way to the finals. Wow, this thing was stacked with hate, bro. We had Dark Ruler No Mores, we got the Harpy's Feather Duster, we got double Lightning Storm in this biatch. Okay. I see that we had the Godarlas for board breaking. Not like you really got to worry about Samorg anymore. Now, we are playing Prosperity in here. That's very interesting. I see that the deck was definitely spaced out for this, between like the IPs, the additional libs, and like the additional Morning Stars. So you had your fair pick of options to kind of sift through with this. And I mean, you get your Column Abuse setting up negates here with this. So once again, I'm definitely not surprised for a very early tournament here. Also, you know, giving your opponent a Corruptor Ibly and watching them not know how to handle it definitely is one of the free perks that I feel like this deck kind of gets over a little bit of the rest of the meta here. And then the winning list here was actually Adventure ABC. Tell you exactly damn well why this deck won. A lot of players are definitely going to look at this and they're going to go, oh, well, I don't know what to do. Yeah, me either, all right? You get this stupid engine, and then you have the Brave engine to line you up with protection, and your stupid ABC Dragon turds can chain split apart so that they'll actually resolve off of the Dragon Buster. If any of you are looking at me genuinely surprised by a monster that goes, oh, yeah, I don't care, I can split apart. Yeah, that's cool, I get multiple layers of protection here. See, we also have the Gateway of Chaos in here to cheese off the opponent off set rotation. yeah, this shouldn't surprise anybody. It's actually kind of cool. I actually wonder how well this will stick, or if this will just end up being like more of a rogue concoction in the long run, because there's definitely something to be had with this deck, I think, in the long run here that players might want to explore, to be perfectly honest with you guys. So guys, what do you think about the top deck list out of this month's Chaliceslime? Please leave a comment below, tell me what you guys think. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button. Thank you, MBT, for sending this on over. And as I said, later on in the day, we're going to take a look at that top interesting breakdown where you've got what more full. You got Fluffle, Adventure, Dragoonity, and Lunalite Tri-Brigade. What a pile! Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.